We're on site at one of the several weed control plots on the University of Kentucky farms in Lexington. With me is Dr. Jim Herron, Extension Weed Control Specialist in the UK College of Agriculture. And where we're standing here, there's a great deal of experimental test work going on concerning Johnsongrass. And a lot of people have said Johnsongrass is one of those things that's not easy to control in corn or soybeans.
Well, Johnsongrass is not easy to control, Garvin, but I'm glad you mentioned control. We're not really looking for eradication. That's almost an impossibility, but we do have tools now by which we can control Johnsongrass and still get a crop from the area. And we've heard farmers say, you can't control it. You can control it, but it takes a little bit of extra work, but it can be done.
What you're saying is it's a continuing process.
It is a continuing process. There's no one-shot deal. We're not going to control it in 1 year. But here again, we can keep it under control, and it's a management process. This is the thing that we need to emphasize. It's a management program. We aren't talking about a product or a combination of products. We're talking about the use of herbicides or chemicals as well as cultural practices. So we do have programs that can be worked out for both corn and soybeans, and it's a matter of which program fits into a farmer's particular management program.
What makes Johnsongrass so difficult to control, Jim?
Well, the reason it's so difficult to control, Garvin, it's a perennial weed. It's our perennial plant, and that means it stays alive from year to year. The rhizomes or rootstocks stay alive year to year. And also, we have to control it by seeds, so we have to get the bottom of the plant as well as the top, and this is one of the major problems. Another thing, that these seeds remain viable in the soil for several years. We know they'll remain viable in the soil for 9 or 10 years. And here again, we can scatter them in our corn harvester. We used to think of Johnsongrass primarily as overflow land. Now we have it on upland as well as overflow land. We can spread it with equipment. We can spread the seeds in manure. They'll go through the animal's digestive system and still be viable. So we have to be careful just how we do manage this Johnsongrass to keep it from spreading all over the farm. Also, we can spread it on equipment. The rhizomes on our equipment too, drag these rhizomes from one area of the farm to the other.
We keep hearing more and more these days about growth regulators, Jim. Does this have application in hopefully controlling Johnsongrass in the future?
Very definitely. This whole bottom, this area here, several acres in this area, it's all plot land with Johnsongrass, and most of the treatments here are growth regulators. And we're looking at new materials apply after the Johnsongrass is up right over the crop. We have plots here that show we can treat over soybeans and not in the soybeans and do a real good job in knocking out Johnsongrass. So this is a new field in the way of weed control.
We've been talking about weed control testing underway continuing at the University of Kentucky here and at various locations throughout the state. With me, Dr. Jim Herron, Extension Weed Control Specialist in the UK College of Agriculture. I'm Garvin Quinn for the UK Cooperative Extension Service.